In this video, I'm going to try and get my bum into gear and get the house nice and tidy after a horrible sleepless night. As you can see, it's not a pretty sight. There's food all over the floor from last night's dinner, and the mess is just making me uncomfortable, to be honest. Yesterday, I had to collect my son early from school because he'd thrown up in the classroom. He's had a really chesty cough and he just coughed too hard, and then the school sent him home. And I thought nothing of it up until last night when he started to get a fever and shakes. And if you know me, you know I do not function well when my kids are ill. So basically, I was awake all night watching him to make sure that he was okay. I didn't want to fall asleep and then him take a turn for the worst. But as you can probably tell, he woke up hyper and happy this morning. Me, on the other hand, I felt like a zombie. My 18-month-old never sleeps as it is, but ironically, he slept amazing last night. Of course he would. So yeah, I've just spent the entire morning on the settee, doing the bare minimum and trying to keep myself awake. And then when my toddler fell asleep, I had a nap too. And it's just been a bad mental health day. The sleepless night, the messy house, and not being able to be productive, it's all just gotten the better of me. So I thought, do you know what? I've had my nap, I've had my sulk, and now I'm going to get my bum up and make a video and make the house all nice for the evening. And you know what? It completely turned my mood around. And so I hope this video motivates you if you've been feeling the same. It's amazing how little things like tidying your space can just improve your whole day. But I was battling major mum guilt because in order to get things done, I had to plonk my eldest in front of the telly. He usually has screen time like YouTube time over the weekend. That was our compromise because I think kids can get really addicted to it, and my son definitely did. So for the screen time to run over into the weekday, it's not ideal, but you know what? It wasn't a normal day. He had a day off school and I needed to get things done. I knew if I wanted to be the best version of myself for them for the rest of the day, the house needed to be tidy. It's just so hard finding balance as a parent though, isn't it? There are so many things that need to get done and not enough hours in the day. And that's not even factoring in things like other relationships and self-care and things like that. It's difficult. So for anyone out there trying to juggle it all, I see you. We're in the same boat, and it won't be this intense and exhausting forever. Since starting social media, there's been a whole extra pressure put on myself. I've done it to myself, I know. By the way, look at this drawer. Every drawer and cupboard in the house is chock-a-block like that. And that's going in the wash. But yeah, since starting making these videos, I've found I've become so passionate about it and that it's become such a creative outlet that at times I've been feeling burnout really badly. Because I want to make good content that motivates and helps people. And that means my mind's constantly racing with ideas, even when I'm supposed to be chilling out. So yeah, it can be quite mentally draining, but I love it. And I wish I'd have seen more of these videos when I was growing up. As a naturally messy and unorganised person, it would have been nice to know there were people out there like me and I wasn't just weird. But anyway, on the topic of finding balance, you can see I'm doing last night's pots today because me and my partner decided to spend some quality time together rather than just resetting the house after the kids had gone to bed. And it was really needed. Sometimes I can get stuck in habit and routine because I thrive on it. It helps me keep on top of things. But I'm learning to let go and take each day as it comes and to realise what's important and what needs my particular attention on that day. That's the only way to do it, really. For me, anyway. I struggle with being present a lot and getting out of my own head and appreciating what's right in front of me. It's hard as an adult in this world though. You've constantly got this mental checklist going on. At this point, my 18-month-old started getting really upset because he wanted my attention. So I tried to get him involved in what I was doing. And it did work for about 5 minutes, but he's going through a really demanding phase at the minute where he wants our undivided attention. And obviously I can't give that to him 24/7 and it's really guilt-inducing. I do want him to learn to entertain himself. I think that's an important life skill. But at the same time, I want him to know he can rely on me for comfort and attention when he needs it. Life. We all just want to raise well-adjusted, happy adults, don't we? And when all else fails, whack out the snacks. That kept him distracted while I finished the hoovering at least. I was determined to get everything finished before my partner got home at 2:30. That way we'd have the rest of the evening to just have quality time as a family. We've not eaten at the table together for a long time, just hoovering down the side of Mushroom's cage. She absolutely loathes the hoover, so she stays in her crate while I do the floors. And I couldn't be bothered to do a full mop, especially with the little one tugging at my top the entire time. So I just went over the pushchair marks and the paw prints with some anti-bac wipes. I know it's not great, but today was all about getting things done in the quickest, most efficient way possible. There'll be time to do a full mop tomorrow, or tonight when the kids have gone to bed, depending on how I'm feeling. And we're on to the death trap stairs. My stairs have become a heated topic on my TikTok account because they're hazardous 90% of the time, and I can't argue with it. I'm just trying my best. I put things on there when I'm tidying with every intention of taking them upstairs. And some days I don't get round to it. It is what it is. But the kids are always supervised going up and down the stairs. And just thought I'd give this disgusting sink a good clean. It's the best feeling when the sink's all nice and shiny. Doesn't last 5 seconds, but still. I had a complaint the other day from someone that I talk too much in my videos. But do you know what? That's my thing. I like to have a chat. There are plenty of other cleaning accounts that don't waffle on as much as me. There's an account for everyone. It takes all sorts to make a world, and I'm here to find my type of people and be a comfort to them on their hard days. You do have to have really thick skin putting yourself out there on social media though. The comments that actually get to me are something I wouldn't have expected. Of all the hate I get, and there's a lot, it's the people that insinuate I mess my house up on purpose just so I can make videos that get under my skin. I find it so upsetting because it completely undermines my lived experience. I've been messy my entire life and it's been a real struggle. It's taken my entire life to accept myself for who I am too, especially when even family members didn't understand why I was the way I was. So to hear someone essentially say, there's no way your house looks like this organically, you must have done this on purpose. Yeah, it's triggering, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I know who I am, and some people, they're just never going to be able to understand, and that's okay. I'm here to help the people that do get it and have gone through it and are going through it. And I'm finally getting round to setting the table after a good few weeks of it being cluttered up. So that's going to be really lovely to have that quality time together. It's important to eat together as a family, and we don't do it enough. And it's because Ike, the 18-month-old, his name's Ike, he's gotten into the habit of climbing onto the chairs and then climbing onto the table. So we just put the chairs on the table all the time because obviously it's too risky to have them on the floor. And then the table ultimately gets used as a form of storage, which is annoying, but oh well. As you can see, my eldest, Rudy, is having the time of his life, having a day off school. But I remember loving having sick days when I was a kid. I remember most of the time I'd stay with my grandma and she'd give me Heinz tomato soup, a crisp sandwich, and we'd watch The Sound of Music together, and it's just the best memory. Anyway, what started off as a really crappy day turned out to be a lovely one, and I hope you enjoyed the video.